So today we're going to draw a Satan tattoo. It's just going to be like a head drawing of like Satan, basically. So drawing like a rough head shape. Just draw the eyes, just mark them in roughly there. So I'm going to give him like horns on his head. Just drawing the eye shapes there. These horns can maybe curl like this. You know, so it curls around the side of its head. I'll just try and make the other side near enough the same. So we've got them basic shapes there that sort of look the same, but we can clear that up later. Just loosely sketching the teeth. Because again we can clear this up when it comes to the, you know, like refining the tattoo sketch. So we've got our pencil sketch of the Satan tattoo that we want to draw. You know, a lot of this detail probably when it comes to the inking I'll leave out. I'm going to simplify it because it is going to be a tattoo design, so I'll probably leave it as that. So we'll go to the inking stage and I'll probably sort these out. I think they'll be, you know, pretty much remain sort of the same, roughly. One looks larger, that one looks larger, that one looks smaller, but we can, you know, alter that as we go along. So what we'll do is we'll just ink this now. So inking this Satan tattoo design now, we can clear a lot of the design up, and because I don't want it to have too many details, because it's going to be a tattoo after all. So if we can try and create some clear lines, then that'll make the design look a bit more clean, I suppose. Just drawing these teeth now. This is also a chance just to clean up a lot of the pencil drawing lines, just make them look a bit more improved. The cheekbones there. An extra tooth in there. Maybe reduce some of these teeth slightly. So I don't want them to be, too overpowering for the certain design. A bit of shadow just under here, just to match the other side. Slightly. Some more lines here, and we'll just add some shading. Just to help give the design some direction. So we've cleaned up a lot of the face drawing there. I'm unsure whether all that's going to be black in there. I'm not too sure. I suppose it would be good to be mostly dark in there. Maybe leave a bit of a space there that we can add some random colour, maybe like a red colour. We'll come to the colouring stage. And these teeth there just stand out as well when you're filling in some black areas. so it's always useful to do it, you know, like that. I'll probably just leave like a gap there for now. Just add a couple of lines in there. Just a little line on the top there, on the top of the head. These horns, you could keep them like that, or you could make them into like ram or goat type horns where there's lines going across. But I think for now we'll just try and ink these just to clean them up from the rough pencil sketch that I did earlier on. There, you see a nice cleaner line really makes it easier to colour as well, so that's why we'll do that. And you can just try and make it sort of the same size. Don't worry if you don't, because it's all a decent tattoo idea anyway, so try and straighten any lines that you bodge up like that. And if you do make mistakes like that, it's not the end of the drawing session. You can redo sort of designs on the computer and just touch up sort of designs. But where you do make sort of like little mistakes like that, it's best to try and have a go at rectifying them there and then. And I do this with a thicker line. I'll probably follow the whole of this line. And then you probably do the same on the other side, just to make that look more like you didn't make a mistake, sort of thing. So just clean it up slightly. You know, you could go back to it and just erase it out with some white paint or pen or something like that and redo the line if you wanted to. But for now, this drawing is inked. We need to erase all the pencil marks and start with some colour. So we're going to do that right now. So we're going to start colouring this now. I'm using a Crayola red pencil, and I'm just going to create a lot of red and shade it outwards. Because it's like a Satan tattoo design, we want it to be more like hellfire colours or something. So that's what we're going with. want to create a sort of colour that's more like fire, so that's what we're aiming for. And we're laying this red down, but we're not like exactly colouring, you know, all the areas sort of thing, because we want to blend some colours, so we're leaving some white space, which will hopefully help add to the, you know, really hellish colours. Just add some red in there as well. Maybe some deep red under the eyes, or maybe like solid red. And the colour, by like layering the colours down, you can create like shapes of things that you've drawn, like the nose holes. We can leave them sort of like skull like nose holes, so we can leave them and, you know, sort of suggest the shape more with the colour. So we're like really coming up with a really good red colour for this Satan drawing, for this tattoo design. Can start to blend some other colours in, like an orange. Try and aim for blending around these areas, you know, where some of the white space is as well, but not all of it. Just try and smooth a lot of the red out that you've already done, and you can see that it's becoming more of like a richer, vibrant sort of colour. So what I'll do now is we'll come back to the skin later. I'm gonna put some brown on these horns just to set them apart from the, you know, the skin tones. And we'll try and add some yellows and stuff in there, just to, maybe some oranges as well, just to, you know, blend it together and keep it all, you know, as sort of like one tattoo design. You notice we're adding colour within the horn designs. It's usually a good idea just to try and do that, just to try and add depth within the horn shapes. So it just adds a bit more interest rather than just colouring it real flat. But again, you don't want to go too overboard. The colours are just like guides for the, if this is going to be used as a proper tattoo drawing, then a lot of the colour has to be the guide. Because a lot of tattooists want to go their own way and just add their own stamp on the design, so they might want to colour it different. I'm just adding an option, an alternative, if you will. So I'll do the same with the other horn and maybe try and make it sort of match, you know, wherever possible. I'll have to do a separate video on showing like a technique to get equal, like a symmetrical design drawing. There are ways to do that, and you know, this is just like a freehand drawing really, so that's why I haven't really done that technique. But yeah, I could do a separate video on that. It's quite useful for these type of drawings as well, so we could do a separate drawing for that, drawing video. So back to this drawing, we're just laying some of the colours down again on these horns just to make them more interesting to look at. You'll find a lot of the things that you draw and try and make as tattoos, you gotta try and get some of the textures in there, and what, you know, I know there's no hair or anything on this, but you've got to imagine that horns not usually have like loads of flat surfaces. They might have little ridges, you know, in between, so you just maybe got to allow for that. And that's what I'm doing with this brown colour. Let's just go back to the orange now on the skin. Just going to try and blend a lot of this area out even further. So this orange, we're just adding an extra layer to the red. I suppose after you've laid down this orange, you could go back and strengthen the red and even add some like purples, you know, if you wanted to, or even brown, you know, at the roots down here. You could add a brown colour or something like that. It's entirely up to you with the way you want to blend it and colour it. I mean, you maybe not want to colour this Satan tattoo design these type of colours. You maybe have your own colour design. So it's entirely up to you. Blend some of this together. And for the eyes, I'm using a prism colour, golden yellow, sharpened it too much. Just add some bits around the edges there. Oh, excuse me. And then we can start to add some golden yellow parts on the design, you know, just to help bring in some colour. I'll probably do the bottom of the eyes there, the eyeballs, whatever you want to call it, or the whites of the eyes. And what you're really doing with each colour you add over the top, you're adding layers and you're blending all the other colours together and just making it look more improved. So a lot of the design's looking a lot smoother now. You know, we can start to add more colours as we go along. So I don't really have much to add to this except some yellows. Blend bits here and there and just see what's what really. If I wanted to really complete this drawing, I'd go over some areas with some Copic markers or something like that, or even totally colour it with Copic markers. I haven't got any like, but the thought's there. So probably get this brighter yellow now and just add some highlights. A lot of the lighter colours, you know, just really add a lot of the highlights to the drawing. But it is best just to leave some white areas along the way. Try and blend it together. smaller parts at the top there, little highlights, and you can go over some areas on this, on the horns, just to try and tie the colours in together. It's usually a good idea to do that. I usually like to leave some white spaces because it creates a nice style for the, you know, coloured artwork. And just do the same on the other horn. Just try and fill some of them white spaces a little bit, but not totally. Just don't want to overpower the drawing. Just nice for some nice subtle blend, and you could just add a bit of yellow on there if you wanted to. Entirely up to you. Just a quick scribble of the colour. And that's basically it really. As I said, you could just add some like marker pen on certain images just to help the colour stand out more, but that's basically it. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'm going to try and do more videos because I haven't really done much videos on this tattoo art channel. Just to give you an idea really. It's not a really serious tattoo obviously because I'm not a tattooist or anything, I'm just an artist who likes to draw, so it's just ideas to draw. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Cheers now.